watching a special episode of InnerSpace where we're talking about all things sanctuary.
And we just finished giving you a refresher on where we left off in Season 2 and what to expect in Season 3. So right now, let's get reacquainted with Dr. Helen Magnus and her team.
Really? Why? Why do I even hire these guys?
This is not a social call.
It all starts off with the mysterious matriarch of the group, Dr. Helen Magnus.
She's a rational thinker, and I think ultimately that's what saves her, is that no matter how dire or emotional or scary the situation is, she can think it through rationally. I don't have time to play games. I have a hard time getting into her at the beginning of the season. I think we both think very scientifically, like we both think very linear, but I'm way goofier, and my emotions, I wear them on my sleeve. It's hard for me to be so reserved.
But the biggest difference between the actress and her alter ego?
I just can't wear high heels as well as she can. There should be an entire outtake reel of me tripping on my ankles or tripping on the rug because of my shoes. It's terrible.
But staying grounded will also be a challenge for Magnus this season as her world gets torn apart.
By unanimous consent, you are hereby relieved of your command of the Sanctuary Network.
Basically, she's no longer the head of the Sanctuary when we start the season. And that's all I can tell you. Yeah, it's a bit depressing, say what?
Well, the phrase bloody awful comes to mind.
It's a crisis of confidence in the Sanctuary Network, and this is, we deal with it. We do deal with it in the first 2 episodes.
Magnus.
I'm fine. Every season we try to find ways to sort of soften her, show her vulnerability, because she's so tightly wound.
Why are you treating me like a common criminal?
She holds her card so close to her chest, and she's so in control. And there's an episode coming up where she completely loses it.
What's happening to me?
We try to do that every season. We get Magnus to lose it. But I think the implications of this will be much greater than in the past where she sort of reined it back in again. This'll rock her.
You're not really a senior intelligence analyst, are you?
Not even close.
Holding his own as the behavioral scientist of the team, Dr. Will Zimmerman proves that his search for the truth outweighs his aversion to the stranger abnormals.
I thought he was a doctor.
He is, just not the kind that likes autopsies.
I think overall he's a guy who dives into something he believes in, even though it may be perilous to him to do so. And we're going to see that a lot more in Season 3, especially the first couple hours.
Okay, well, it's something.
Literally, he's going to see death.
But dealing with mortality isn't the only adventure in store for Will. As Robin explains, it's just part of the dark season ahead.
You saw a little bit of darkness in Will in Season 2, but I think that Season 3 is just going to go right out there and really going to be wrestling with those demons, which, again, from an acting standpoint, is a lot of fun.
I hate to break it to you, when a giant spider fries your system, it takes a little more than Control-Alt-Delete to get things running again.
These days, every team needs a tech expert, and for the Sanctuary crew, that tech support comes in the form of Henry Foss.
Yes! Sucking the left, this is my town!
Along with his Sasquatch sidekick, Henry can always be counted on to create just the right gadget to get the team out of trouble.
Definitely going to be some cool stuff this year, some cool equipment. I think Henry's going to be making some cool stuff this year. Come on. Come on!
But according to actor Ryan Robbins, Henry's talents with tools aren't his best ability.
I think Henry's biggest strengths are he's just incredibly loyal. I think Henry's very loyal and he's very sincere, and I think that he'll do anything for the people that he cares about.
Go kick some ass, people, carefully.
I think Henry maybe doesn't trust himself enough, but other than that, I think Henry's a pretty cool dude. I think he's all right.
Name.
Kate Freelander. Kate is an amazing girl. I really love playing this character. She's very strong. She definitely has a mind of her own. She's a bit of a con artist, a bit manipulative. I think that's a strength as well as a weakness.
Part con artist, part thief. The beautiful but ballsy Kate has been compared to a female Han Solo.
Hey, watch where the hands go, Wookiee.
Seemingly out for herself, Kate's new friends in the sanctuary question her motives, but admit her sassy street smarts can also come in handy.
Never say that to me unless you mean it.
When she first gets to work with everyone at the sanctuary, you're not really sure what side she's on. If she's playing for the Cabal, if she's playing for Sanctuary, if she's playing for herself. But I think for her, trust is incredibly important. And so once she finally decides to trust these people, she takes them on as her own family, and she's incredibly loyal.
That loyalty will be put to the test in Season 3 as Kate grows closer to her colleagues while continuing her adventures into the world of abnormals.
Throughout Season 3, I think we're going to see Kate change in pretty much in the same direction. She's just becoming more and more into her own, and she obviously trusts everybody at the sanctuary, but that's just going to get stronger as we progress. Kate is Kate, and I don't think you'll ever get past that whole wisecracking, sort of tough kind of side of her.
Things are just too, weird now.
Still to come, we get to the bottom of rumors that Robin's been showing too much skin.
Yes, okay, so I moon the camera, so what?
Plus, behind-the-scenes shenanigans you don't want to miss.
Oh, it's on now. Game on.